Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls, coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a card that I made as part of the Anna Griffin Create event. And it just has this really cool paper folding trick in the background to make that beautiful background layer. And I wanted to do it again. This time I'm using some papers. These are Anna Griffin papers, obviously. I'm going to use this paper from the Chinoiserie collection from Crafter's Companion and combine it with some matte foil cardstock from Anna Griffin, which I cut with this Anna Griffin border die. Now you can use any border die you want. This happens to be a 5x7 border die, and I just really like it. So I'm just going to use that. It's a 5x7 card, and then I've got this pink sort of matte, or colored matte layer behind because I didn't want the white. And then I'm going to put this green on top of that. And then I'm going to add this nice little paper folding trick, and I'll show you how to make it. So it's a 5x5 square. So just 5x5, and you need double-sided cardstock with a pretty good, so you can see that this is very contrasty. You want a very contrasty pattern. If the colors are too close together, when you fold it, you can't really see the pattern that well. I did one earlier in kind of a purple, which I liked, but the colors on the front and back were fairly close together, so it didn't distinguish that fold very well. So what I did is I actually outlined or colored the edges with a gold pen, and that looked okay. It still wasn't my favorite, but so now I'm going to show you how this works. So we are going to take our 5x5 and we're going to fold it in half, and whatever pattern you want, this pattern you want to fold to the middle. Okay, so whatever this pattern is, this is will be the back, the part that you fold over, but this pattern is going to be the inside. So we're going to fold that over just corner to corner, and you want to score it, or you want to bend it, but you don't need to like burnish the score. You just want it bent enough because you're going to cut into that. So don't do it a hard crease. It's just, you can see mine's kind of a fairly soft crease. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer, and you can do it with a craft knife. It's easiest with a paper trimmer. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scoring tool, and I'm going to put this folded line at 3/4 of an inch. I don't need that. So I'm going to put that line at 3/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to take this is my scoring blade, not my cutting blade, and I'm going to score down just kind of about 3/4 of an inch down. And if you don't get it exact, it's okay. And then you're going to go from top and bottom, so 3/4 of an inch, and that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to put my scoring blade away, and I'm going to put the straight side on that 3/4 inch line, and I'm going to cut from 3/4 of an inch from here down to the score. So here's my score, like right there. So I'm going to cut to right there. And if you cut a little bit too far, it's okay. It's not going to show too much. So that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to flip it. So I have the other side against there because I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So this is the side that I cut before, and 3/4 of an inch, and cut from 3/4 of an inch down to that score line. Okay, that looks pretty good. And make sure you cut through so that it looks like that. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to reinforce those score lines. Actually, I don't think I even need to. So we're going to open that paper back up, which is why I said don't, give it a super hard crease, because when you're going to open that up, and then we're going to fold these over at that 3/4 inch score line. Okay, just like that. And then on the other side, just like that. And that's it. And there's our beautiful pattern. Now you can give those scores a good crease. And that's why I said if you cut it too far up here, so you can see I actually did, but it's not going to show because it's covered up by the folded piece of paper. And if you gave it a really hard crease and a burnish, then it's going to show on this side. And you can actually see it on this one. I didn't realize that when I did it, and I gave it a burnish, and you can kind of, I don't know if you can see right up here, there's that score line. On this one, you can't even see it. And then we're just going to build our card. So I'm going to put these mats together, and I'm going to glue these down. So let me go ahead and do that. And really, it's just about, you can glue the whole thing, but I'm just going to put some glue kind of right in these corners, and that will do it. If the rest of it's a little bit loose, I don't care, because it gives it a little bit of 3D-ness. And see how good that looks? Isn't that cool? That's why you need that contrasting paper. I just think that's so pretty. Now you can decide if you want to use, yeah, I definitely want the matte in there. Do I want the pink underneath or just the white? Ooh, maybe just the white. I was going to use the pink under, but let's see. So I do have some things that I've cut that I can use in the corner, and I've got a really nice little sentiment that I cut out of gold and green, and I'm going to kind of layer these up, put across the middle, because you don't want to cover up that fold, so you don't want to put too much. Now see, this one I put a die cut in the middle, but it's kind of open in the middle, so you can still see all of that cool fold. And so I just decided on this one, I just wanted to put a sentiment. I was thinking about putting some flowers in there, but I don't want anything big, because I don't want to cover up the center of that. I did cut these little roses and some gold foliage, and I was thinking about putting them in the corner. So let's put them in there and see what we think. So if I put the gold foliage in and a pink flower, let's see what we think about that. Just to kind of, and I have enough to decorate each corner. I kind of like that. Let's go ahead and put them in each corner and see what we think. And this is just the way that I do my cards. Sometimes I don't have it all completely planned out, or I have a plan, and then once I get to putting it together, I decide that I want to do something different. So I've got that. And this is a foliage die from Crafter's Companion, and these little roses are an Anna Griffin die. Yeah, I do like that. I do have another one that I was thinking I might use with my sentiment. Either here or here. I think I like that. I'm going to start building up this card, but I think I like it better with the white behind. I've got the patterned pink. Let's see. Think of that. Kind of like that. It's not as stark as the white, but not as pink. Yeah, I think I like the patterned pink better. Okay, so see, my plan was to use the solid pink. I actually like that better. So we're gonna take this off. This is just a card layer from Anna Griffin. I like these photo mounts from Anna Griffin because they give you a nice border, so when you're scrapbooking, you can put a nice photo in there, a nice 5x7 photo, or kind of a little this is 5x7, so cut down just a little bit, and it gives you that nice frame. So really like the Photomats. And then they always have, or usually have, some sort of a printed pattern on the backside that you can use either as a mat or to die cut or whatever you want. So I do like the Anna Griffin Photomats a lot. And now let me decide if I want my last flower on there or not. No. I think we're going to leave it just like that. Yep. So here was the one I made in the class, and here's the one that I made with my chinoiserie paper. I love that. It's just such a really cool paper fold, and it's so easy to do. So thanks for watching.